Man, we got 64 on the bottom.
YouTube check 1 2. YouTube check 2 check 3. Historically, it's known that when the Fed stops cutting, then that would mark off the top of the crypto market, and then you would actually get a capitulation like nobody's business, right? So far, it appears as though we are not done with the cutting. We are to price in 1.78 cuts by about December this year. Okay, so if we're not cutting just yet, and I'm starting to notice these types of comments, check this out for yourself. So don't worry, Donald Trump says, about China. It will be fine. Highly respected President Xi, or Xi, whatever, right, just had a bad moment. Oh, my goodness. Okay. So never mind. It's all good, right? Like, just erase whatever just happened and the 20 billion lost or transferred, right? And the $210 million between the 10 great traders in crypto that they lost. Like, no problem, guys. Like that, it's all good. Wait, hold on. Okay, so China, it's just a misunderstanding. So Trump says he hopes that the U.S. doesn't have to put up doesn't have to announce the whole 100% tariffs on China's goods in November. Okay. All right. So now that we know that, right, the Fed isn't, they're not done cutting. So technically speaking, the bull cycle wouldn't be over until that starts to happen. And of course, we're going to have to check out the Bitcoin dominance, because that usually is when, I guess the altcoins start going, and maybe we're just beginning, I think, a bull run. Oh goodness, I don't even know how to take this, but I think I just said that out loud. But there is a potential that, right? I mean, what I'm talking about here, guys, is that the Treasury made an adjustment here. Wall Street has a whole new plan. We have about a 5-year cycle, 6-year cycle potential for reaching the top of crypto. Now, if we observe this chart right over here, well, this is telling us that the Bitcoin dominance is actually just starting to kind of do its little weird thing here. Oh my goodness, guys! I think that we haven't even tapped into the strength of what cryptocurrency could actually do for an upside. I'm noticing, guys. You know what? Crypto Insider put out a video today. I believe it was today, just earlier today. Today is the end of the crypto cycle. It is. Today marks off 1,481 days. The last one was around 1,434, and the one prior to that, regarding the Bitcoin halving, it would be 1,481 days as well. Today is that, and we're still here. On those dates, where, I mean, immediate capitulation. So the biggest wallets are still held, and we're not cutting. We're still cutting rates. Guys, yeah, I think the dude is right. I think we are inside of a super cycle or an ultra cycle that would be potentially 5 to 6 years long. That is scary. Okay, so if that really is the case, then we got something to talk about here, because yeah, I can see it within USDT. Tether dominance has completely failed its run to the upside. Reclaimed structure not only in the pennant, but it's also reclaimed structure in price as well, leaving behind some of the most critical resistances back here. I know it's a little early to say this, guys, and I know that there's fear in the market, right? We have Tom Lee speaking yesterday, or the day before yesterday, right, speaking on this is a great time to buy. We have Eric Trump putting up a tweet today saying that saying to buy the dips. I'm almost afraid to say that the low is in. Right? I don't know. I didn't say it myself, right? I'm just saying, based on what's being mentioned in media, then crap, man. So let's just kind of keep things, take it with a grain of salt. right? Because I kind of felt like something like this was going to happen. In fact, I mentioned how bullish this was for everything, and how maybe we're not done with the upside whatsoever. In fact, the dip was so damn fast that it would call for a gigantic retrace in mean reversion. And there goes Ethereum, making $400 in a single day on an ATR of $247. Something is going on. Something is going on, and we could also see it through the eyes of XRP. Okay, this is exactly what we talked about. The potentials of a higher low before a trap and continuing on the upside. So there it is. Potential liquidity grabs were just there. I honestly have a feeling, guys, that even though this was that this was the biggest event, a sell-off event that happened in crypto ever. I feel like the faster the downside, the harder the upside. I mean, it's kind of like a bouncing ball, right? Like you hit that thing in the ground pretty hard, it's gonna bounce up pretty hard. And I know I'm really afraid to say things like that, guys, because I don't want you to over leverage. I don't want you to pick up positions here that can lead you into danger. But the resistances that we talked about worked out. The resistances that we needed to break in order for us to get into the zone of about $258.90 has worked out so far, and we're just tapping it now. Remember that this right here, this resistance level, I need for you to remember. The resistance level I'm going to mark off again, 265.39 to 258.90, as we expected from down here. This resistance, if we don't break it, if we don't validate it and confirm, then our shot to reclaim the upside within the 273s and 274s, you can forget. But with the present volatility, what we're getting right now, I don't know how I can say that's not going to happen, guys. Take a look at your 6-hour upside on volatility, massively explosive. We are full throttle. We are accelerated all the way to max with an upside and in bullish control zone, guys, with a gravitational pull. This is likely continuing beyond these targets of 265 this session. So I'm warning you again. I know that you're scared. I know that everyone is freaked out regarding what happened, but this was truly a black swan. What the FTX fallout was, Luna, and COVID, the three of them combined were not, they don't equate what just happened here 3 days ago. By far. So this was truly a black swan event. I know you're afraid. But a lot of the times, and don't take this as financial advice, a lot of the times the biggest fear could be your biggest opportunity. Please take that with a grain of salt. Please make sure not to take that as me being a financial advisor to you, because I'm not. I'm just expressing my opinion here from a cool studio in Los Angeles, California. All right, guys, but with that said, welcome back, everybody. Please do me the favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, do everything necessary to get this thing to live long, thrive, and survive. My name is Arca, coming at you here, 10:56 p.m. Pacific time on October 12th. Spot price action right now sitting at 254.92. Just to repeat what's going on right there, guys, make sure to respect those upsides, those resistance levels that we just talked about, right? Because right now there is a very critical reclaim of structure within your USDT, which is the tether dominance, guys. This is literally people pouring into positioning right now. And I hope not so hard into leveraging, right? Because that's kind of what happened here. Just a few weeks ago, we were talking about, you know, the markets being due for a global deleveraging, I called it. So the global deleveraging is something that might have just happened. And this would be on a continuation formation with what appears to be like the biggest head and shoulders that I've ever seen in my life on USDT, the tether dominance. If this continues to the downside in these aggressive manners, guys, that means bull run is just an astronomical number that I can't even speak of right now. So heads up on this, guys. I do think that you have a unique opportunity here. and the equity, the capital that's actually locked up inside of your traditional markets. A lot of that isn't reachable right now until potentially your Monday session, right? I still believe all of that has a lot to do with the continuation to the upside. And the way that I say that, team, is because there are tickers like BMNR, like SBET, right? Tickers like those that are backed by Ethereum. Those things, those assets are gonna get continued to be bought up in light of what's happening here. Unless some crazy news like that happens again, where we create a black swan number 2 and back to back. I really don't think that's gonna happen, guys. But anything can happen, and I guess it really is. The saying would be "when in crypto," right, instead of "when in Rome." But keep that in mind, you guys. Remember the targets that I'm speaking about. Make sure to keep them in mind. Make sure that you are validating your upsides as you continue, guys. As soon as we break above this target here of your 265.39, I expect continuation to the upside. But remember that as soon as we do reach that target, 50% retraces are very, very likely. The opportunity to potentially get long from the touch of this 265 back down all the way to 258, maybe even 249 to 250 is also a possibility. We're going to be facing a lot of volatility here, guys. Okay, it's not going to be an easy run. It's not going to be quiet. It's going to be noisy and very dangerous. So please keep that in mind. Be safe and be well. If you have any questions, reach out to me. Okay, guys. But I think this is a pretty good place to leave off the video. And I think everything's good, right? Well, we'll speak very, very, very scary Larry later. All right, team. Adios, and adios. Please take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, as I cannot suggest for you to buy, sell, or hold any assets whatsoever. Ever, 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 ever. I need you to do your own due diligence, and everything will be cool. But with that said, team, I wish you well. A very, very good rest of your night and or day. And I will catch you at the bell mañana. Adios, team. Oh, yeah. Good deal, team. Thank you so much, everybody. Oh, yeah. Yeah, man, this is a really interesting situation, guys. I didn't realize how much is being played into the markets. There are so many dynamics right now, guys, that are playing completely against Shmoky. What's up, my bro?
What's happening?
How are you, brother? What, dude? Your mic sounds ridiculous. What's up?
Hold on, wait. Is that better?
No, it sounded amazing. Is it like?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What is it? A new mic?
Oh yeah, new Arctis 9.
Let's go, man. You sound HD as fuck, boy.
Yeah, man.
There we go, man. How'd you do on Friday? Did you get messed up?
I actually liquidated my entire options.
You took it out?
Yeah, I took everything out. I knew it was coming down, and I wanted to be ready for this bounce back. I think Triple Q goes 2.5% tomorrow.
Up?
Yeah.
Whew. I think it's already 1.
I know. I think it's bouncing back hard.
Oh man, it's you know that, right? This feeling that we get when we drop that hard, dude. There's like. That only lasts for so long. That can only last for so long before you just get this ridiculous, it's like a really Newton's law right there, right?
Yes, sir.
And yeah, man, yeah, I'm happy you're kind of seeing it that way too. So far, man, the ES is bouncing back pretty aggressively, and
gold is good, fucking 70 points.
Oh, dude. I think Newbie in here has some contracts. I'm not sure if he ended up getting them out, but dude,
I had some, and when the market started tanking, I closed them before they went red.
Oh.
I was like, oh man, this is gonna be fucking April 7th all over again. We're going 9%.
Oh man.
So I was like, I'm gonna take everything out now, and fucking nope.
So I ended up buying calls the night before on the SPX.
Nice. Oh wait, no, do you still have them?
No, hell no, dude. I closed them out. I closed them out near the open. I think it was like, dude, it was a group.
You talking about going into the drop? I thought you said you bought them Friday.
I brought them Thursday. I bought them on Thursday, going into Friday morning for the upside because we just closed. We were just about to close. I don't know what. We had a prior wick high. My thesis was to go and test that high, false breakout, and then play the downside, dude. I even had plays for puts. Even we were talking about it for LAES, for AMD, on a whole bunch of things, and it was just the 1 week, 2 week. 5 week closures, dude. All of those were due for a gigantic, your standard deviation. I'm sorry, mean reversions.
I think it was newbie hit a fucking 400% off Baba playing puts.
Oh, nice, dude. The upside was so explosive that I think my gains were 1,200% on the SPX play.
I mean, there's like the 598 triple Q puts.
Yeah,
they were up 5,000% Friday. So yeah, motherfuckers was making money.
Oh, dude, what a time! But I know that a lot of people did get kind of. I know that a lot of people did get kind of whacked here.
Well, I got coin fucked at the beginning of the week. Beginning of the week, I was up like 175% on my gold, and I ended up taking it at like 90 because it did some fuckery. They drove it down at the end of the day and then brought it right back up the next day, and then the whole market tanked. So like there's some fuckery going on.
Yeah, it even sounds like that could have been one of those warnings, like the.
Yeah, I called it a test run.
Yeah, exactly.
Practicing.
It's when the ground is kind of falling below you. I felt that was coming, dude, and all that. Dude, I don't know if it's still gonna happen, but AMD it might. I don't know, but I was calling for anywhere between a 50 to 90 maybe point correction downside from Thursday night.
Yeah, I called the upside. I tried to get everybody in Friday. I ended up only getting one fucking contract because I tried to bid them down too far.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, but fucking, I think it was 1,000%er.
Wow, dude. Let's go, man.
It was good.
So I think, yeah, man, yeah. As long as we're in our own ways creative enough to make this cash, and really stay out of the front line, then I think we're okay. I really didn't trade anything after that, bro. I could not enter risk whatsoever after it.
Yeah, after the gold, I just chilled out.
First of all, I couldn't because I was asleep. Now I'm remembering, but I wouldn't have. Oh my goodness, dude. What?
Yeah, I was gonna get you to read triple Q for me.
Yeah. No, we have to read these. We have to read the broader markets for sure. I have one more video to record. Let me do that real quick, buddy, and we'll get it going. Or what's up?
Yeah, do you think?
Yeah. All right. Let me. I'm gonna start uploading XRP here. Okay. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna start uploading this boy here so that we have that going. And all right, team. Let's move on to the next. Ticker to film here and be about it. All right, guys. Hold on just a sec. Let's film. You know what the greatest part of statistics are? Is that when you perform them correctly, they give you an inversion opposing the market's direction that you are waiting for, right? Check this out. FNGR, when we fired that 2-day signal, the one that's giving us about a 133.09% upside move, I didn't only speak about an upside. I spoke about from the firing of the signal, there is a standard deviation that we can meet, and that tells you a downside. So far, the play and the signal are still on. 146.69% downside is something that we can expect before making a gigantic upside that can lead all the way up to 573%. Well, if you're asking me how the signal is doing for me or how the signal is working out for everyone, well, it's working out just the way that statistics are saying that they should be behaving. So I don't know where the confusion could be. Wink, wink. So let's go ahead and find out exactly what FNGR is feeling, what the signals were that we felt over the very interesting event that happened over Friday. But without any further ado, welcome back, everybody. Please do me the favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Do everything necessary to get this thing to live long, thrive, and survive. My name is Arca, coming at you here on October 12th, Sunday, 11:15 p.m. Pacific time, and spot price action here closing at $1.81. Post-market, $1.80. Okay, guys, like I said, statistics here are playing an important role, an integral role. Now, it's not to say that this can make a downside worth 176% or whatever, 146%. We can't do that. Well, why can't we? Well, because there's only 100% downside that you can face from whatever target you're in, from 180. 100% down is $0, right? So statistically speaking, there is a cap. Now, when we're talking about range between that area that we can face for a downside, that would mean that we would face a downside relative to wherever history tells you, historically, what would be the support that would be most likely to hold price action before continuing to an upside. It seems as though we have two of them, and we're right at one of them right now, right around this area here. You can take a look at this right there. Now, if we are to fail that zone here, right? Because it does look like it has other areas that are pretty notable. I'm saying if because of that. Look at this here. I'm just going to go ahead and explain to you something real quick. See that resistance? That's where price is right now. This was back in June of 2022. That resistance led price from 181 all the way down to 61 cents. How do you think we're going to ignore that? It's not that we're going to ignore it. It's that, do we have the strength to continue to the downside from there, or is that max demand? We're going to find out. But seeing that the markets are completely recovering right now, and looking at the ES right now, jumping up from your prior day's close of around, what was that, man? Look, where's the daily time frame on the ES? Here it is. We reached a low of about 6,540 and closed the day at 65.94. We are now sitting at 66.75 with a high of 66.85. That is, what I'm saying is that the broader markets have now shocked all of these assets into thinking or feeling who's boss, right? The indices are in control. That means that your broader markets can be observed by the indices direction. This is a good thing. This is a good thing, guys. Now, just to highlight whatever is happening here for now, guys, remember that we were talking about a 33.40% upside from the firing signal of your daily. Well, the upside that we faced when this actually happened from the 33.40, we already had that target in mind right here. And where did price go to? Well, it went right there to $2.20, but it did go a little over on your post-market, right? So technically speaking, we were already with sell signals of this 208 to 209 liquidity grab at 210 and a liquidity final at 220. So we already had those sell signals there for a potential drop and reloading of other areas. What's curious is that we came down to our final zone of liquidity. We're sitting at 180 from the 184 that we observed. Okay, that's also pretty damn good too. So I'm not really sure how this is not working out, because this was just a simple breakout retest of your resistance from this entire area here, and then maybe go again. In other words, the situation in the catalyst that was mentioned over Friday with the Chinese tariffs on November, 100% and all that, that actually led to price action behaving the way that it should be for Bitcoin. I'm not for Bitcoin, for FNGR, and also for NVIDIA. NVIDIA also had a very, very similar reaction to price action, just like that. Now, if I can just go ahead and show you real quick what that is, well, you look at it for yourself. This is the chart right over here. NVIDIA's main resistance line is right up here. It doesn't take a mathematician to look at this, right? So that means you break out, you come back and retest. You validate, you continue. Okay, well, that is also pretty cool. Now, I'm going to take all the drawings out of FNGR and kind of present that same kind of outlook here for you, right? So let's just go ahead and see if they look somewhat familiar. Okay, so let me leave this one. Let's just put it kind of like this here, right? Similarly to this right here, and we could see that you have that very top side resistance pretty nicely. Let's go ahead and take a look at FNGR now. Oh my goodness, wait a second. It looks just like it, right? That's because the canary in the coal mine was actually NVIDIA and FNGR. They could have given us the answer from prior. Not only that, is that we also had a 1, 2, and 5 week closure that were due for a mean reversion. So the take profit target that we were talking about was, yeah, for short term, but it did work out for risk off to reload again. So here are the conditions. If tomorrow the buy daily signal has either retraced any of these, your volatility component, or your moving average back down below the 15th percentile, then we have reset the signal and we're waiting for a continuation to refire that signal again. But why would we have invalidated that signal? I'm sorry, guys. We have volatility more sensitive. I mean, volatility is more sensitive to the downside than it is to the upside. And look at all that downside we got. This is absolutely spiking. So the question now would be whether we would maintain the upside bias on this. This takes a while to get, to face a downside, guys. I don't think that's the case. I don't like the print, right? I really don't like the print here. This is kind of like a dark cloud formation. But we did close a lot of time frames that that usually demand a 50% retrace of that prior bar. For example, your weekly. Right? Your weekly time frame is sitting at 181. So if we retrace to the upside, then that would be, sure, 50% would lead us to around 185. Your biweekly time frame also closed. So your biweekly time frame would indicate a potential move to slightly the upside as well. So this is telling us that 183 to 185 would be a zone of resistance, and naturally there is a gap right there. But to me, the biweekly time frame is not closing bearish. And take a look at the shape of this. So now these bars in the background mark off the oversold conditions. On average, you can see here that stochastic momentum advance, which is actually one of my personal scripts here, that's actually free to you should you decide to join the ARCABULLS trading team. This is telling you 7.75 bars on average is what is how we set it oversold. So this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.5. Where are we going next? Green bar. Statistics are statistics, guys. Those are the numbers. I'm not coming up with them, right? I'm not manipulating the numbers in here. I'm simply having this thing calculate the averages. That's all. So I haven't seen that before until now, just so you know, okay? So my best guess here, guys, is that in light of the markets kind of correcting here, sure, there could be a gap up, which could mean that we would be resisting at the areas of right around that, like I said, right around that 186, 185. But the proximity is really close. My suspicion, and only my suspicion, is that in the pre-market we are set to close this gap. And if we don't close it, the 197 to roughly about 193 is a key resistance here before the market opens traditional hours. We retrace, close the daily gap, because we would be gapped up, right, from the prior day's close right here. So if we're resisting around those targets up here, we would retrace, come back down, validate your supports down here, and continue on to an upside. Be very careful, because this is technically speaking, right, this is a hanging man with a validation red bar, which means continuation. But also your immediate short-term time frames, your very tiny time frames, are all at oversold with potentials of upside, including the biweekly. That's kind of a weird gray area. So notice all the comments coming in. Tom Lee saying that this is a great buying time, right? We have Eric Trump over there talking about crypto, buy the dips, or I'm not sure if he's even talking about the broader markets too. And we still have just about another whole rate cut to price in. So I think that this was just a short-term downside, deleveraging based on your weekly and bi-weekly mean reversion, and then this would continue on its merry way. Let's just go ahead and find out what happens here in the morning, guys. I think this is a pretty good place for me to leave off. If any questions, reach out to me at ARCABULLS@gmail.com, and everything should be good. But until then, yeah, we'll speak very, very J Scary Larry later. Adios, team, and yeah, adios. Please take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, as I cannot suggest for you to buy, sell, or hold any assets whatsoever. Ever. I need you to do your own due diligence, and everything will be cool. But with that said, team, I wish you well. A very, very good rest of your night and or day. And I will catch you at the bell mañana. Adios, team. Oh, yeah. Another one, guys. Thank you so much for hanging with me, guys, as we provide the analysis for these tickers. But yeah, guys, really curious times when I'm noticing these potential upside continuations all over the market. I do think that we have a unique opportunity here, guys. Please be careful, as I do think that there may be a high probability of retracing the close, your daily time frame closes on any of these tickers, right? Also, if you are noticing that we're opening. Let me give you an example here, right? Let's just say that we go into, let's just say that we go into something like NVIDIA or something, right? This is your weekly close. And what happens here is that there could technically be your retracement of 50%, the bar. Now, proximity has a lot to do with this. So in the pre-market, I don't even know if we had the time to retrace back down towards these areas of around 182.25. What I think could happen here is that we would move upward, right? Face a little bit of resistance. NVIDIA 185.55, pull back to validate these supports at 184.66. The continuation from this point would lead NVIDIA towards the top side of around 187.68, which would be just around 35 to 40% the prior bar retrace, right? Even its own bar. And then from this area here, we would come back down by market open to close the daily gap. Daily gap would be located from, oh my goodness, there's a gap there too. So is that really the case here on a weekly time? The resistance we said would be around 187.68. Let's go to the daily. 187.68, that shows you just about 189. Okay, so 187.68 to just about 189 could be an area to observe, but there is a gigantic gap right here at the 187.68. Actually, guys, that would be a great place to actually feel or make people feel that there is an upside continuation, and we may be continuing. So a little bit of a liquidity grab right here, right? Close that candle, 6-hour time frame. The first hour or the first 30 minutes to the hour of the trade, retrace back down NVIDIA towards the targets of this closure here, right? Close that gap between 183.13 to around 182.10. Liquidity grab right at this gap down here of 180.43, and this would have you continue towards the upside. Now, the upside can be pretty intense here. If we're opening up the market somewhere around the areas of 189, then that means that your top sides could be about 194 to 196, right? What's your high here? So you're looking at about 195.75. Look at the high on your prior weekly bar. That would be right about here. This would be it here, 195.61. This means that if we do get the chance to ride all the way up to these targets here, then you would likely face a resistance, slight peekaboo, or just cut it right before that top side to retrace what could be the next time frame closures on Monday. What would it be? Your 5-day. 13 hours and 30 minutes. This would close 5 hours, 5.1 hours prior to the closing of your 5-day candle. I just said that it would be in the first hour of the trade. I didn't know that the 5-day candle was closing. That means that we could likely face the upside here on NVIDIA. Potentials of that 191, whatever that is, peekaboo above this, to make people feel that we're reaching that, or this to make people feel that we're breaking into all-time highs. Either of those are fine. We just have to determine where the timing is, because your 5-day candle will start retracing at the first hour of the day. Complete 10:30 a.m. Eastern time. That's going to be the time where you usually start retracing your 5-day bar, and your 5-day bar would be green by this time, so that means retrace to the 50% of the bar. So 50% of the bar would actually be way lower because we don't have too many things to kind of hold down there. Sure, we have a 3-day candle over here, maybe down there at 187, but we can't really trust on those. Okay? Let's just wait for it. Make sure not to pick up any main positions here, guys, but because this is potentially dangerous. Okay? So I just wanted to give you that information real quick so that you can kind of fish me out and kind of get a feeling over how I'm playing this dynamically. Yes, I understand that this is a continuation and a great opportunity, but it also does have the price dynamics that usually play in the markets. The rules are still the rules. So let's go ahead and, guys, if you can give me, I guess I can @ everyone when I'm back, but just let me post both of these videos, the FNGR and the XRP video. Give me just a few minutes and I'll come back and we'll do the damn thing. I'll mention @ everyone and we'll continue on. We're going to start off with the QQQ and continue with OKLO, and further on, let's see what's up. Let's see. LAES 5-day looks like it's ready to do its 50%. Man, let's go. So potential re-entries are coming in too. So let's see where we pick up the slack, team. I love this. I love this so much. All right, guys. So let me go ahead and slap on some tunes here, and let me just get these posts out of the way as soon as humanly possible and get ourselves some money-making plays for the coming day. Thank you so much, team. I love you guys very much, and I apologize for having to do this, but we do have to until I get somebody to do it for me. Damn it! I love you guys. Give me just a quick sec, team. I'm hyper because I love the times that we're doing. It's a good time to live, man. A good time to live.
Walking right by me like it's nothing. Fuck you thinking. I saw you feeling me across the room. Now let me have you come here. Can we skip the games and the 3-day text? Oh baby, you have got nothing to fear. Do you fuck with me or am I losing it? Trying to make things clear. Let me take you to my place. Just leave the talking to me and open up, you'll see that I want it's nothing. Fuck you thinking. Let me take you to my place. Just leave the talking to me and open up, you'll see that I wanna take you back to my place. Just take a walk with me so everyone can see us. Let me take you to my place. Let me take Si yo no quisiera, te diría I will never say forgiveness. Tú dime como supieras si no me amas, si no me amas. Well, I got disease eating away at me, breaking everything that I love, leaving me in misery. Don't call me a victim, 'cause I'm just a slave. You keep pushing me closer to the edge again. Suffocating underneath, I'm trying to love the pain. You hit me like thunder. Sé que me haces falta, y cada vez que nos juntamos me derramas lo que siempre escondo en mí. You pull me under. Even if I try to hide, try to run, you got your teeth in me and I'm tired of fighting. So give me a reason, 'cause I'm at the end. You keep pushing me closer to the edge again. Suffocating underneath, I'm trying to love the pain. I just wanna feel again. Bloodshot eyes, I know I can. You pull me under. You keep pushing me closer to the edge again. You keep pushing me closer to the edge again. Suffocating underneath, I'm trying to love the pain. I just wanna feel again. Bloodshot eyes, I know I can. You pull me under. You keep pushing me closer to the edge again. I'm having trouble finding my past in places I've known to call home. And even if I could recover, I still wouldn't have a reason to stay here. No, I would keep running from who I am now, desperately looking for someone to heal me. Please make yourself appear from the mist. I know I can see you now, I can't refuse. Please make your way out of the dark now. Make me believe that I still have reason to stay here. I'm lost without you. I'll move every mountain. grass I'll lay. My bones will shed the tears I left, leaving the memory we once shared. I'll be the one who says sorry for the life I gave you then. I'll come out the dark now, make me believe that I still have a reason to stay. I'm lost without you. I'll move every mountain here for you. Let it go, just let it go. I want us to go where we last held on. I'm lost without you. I'll move every mountain here for you. Let it go, just let
You know if you can hear my voice in the chat still. Lioness, I got you. You know. I told I told you, Smokey, I was gonna get down Q real quick, but you know, Lioness is my girl. I gotta make sure to take care of her real quick, buddy. And guys, thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem.
I love you, dude. Thank you so much, buddy. And guys, Daniel, do me a favor and look at that for me. Yeah, that's one that I've been talking about for months now. But take a look at that in the yearly time frame and see what you see there, bro. Give that a quick gander and let me know that that isn't the most bullish thing that you've ever seen in your life. In fact, I am observing a thesis that Jen has put together for GME, and I'm giving it a lot more seriousness now that she has officially proven herself to me, man. She told me on September 26th that this week that just passed, we were going to see 648 on the SPY from where we were. And that was a critical moment for me and you know, for me to see her ability to develop. So that you know, it highlighted a huge spotlight on her. And I mean, there's many other traders that are coming up with that, but yes, I am observing a potential thesis, and yeah, you see it now. I mean, dude, if there wasn't a more textbook friendly bull flag, I don't know which one it would be, man, but it would be GME's yearly time frame. So that now that introduces you into what's you know, that's already a bullish buy formation, and there's more in there. There's so much more, and yeah, for the crazy numbers, of course, buddy. That's it right there. But why don't we go ahead and get this thing going, guys, before it becomes just absolutely just way astronomically too late. I want to go ahead and pull up the 24-hour book here and find out if OKLO doesn't have its valuations going on. As my goodness, XRP is, yep, it's, man, it's testing 260s. Let's go. All right. Let's do it. We have a... Dude. Good times, guys. OKLO sitting at 152.58. My goodness. Lioness, are you risk on this already or no? Speak to me your truth. Oh, man. All right. What's your average on this? You heard lots of crypto bros took their life after. No. Are you serious? Is that true? Yeah, Sebastian did tell me that. Dude, no. 123.40. Are you serious? Let's go. All right. Well, the answer here is don't let go yet. So because this is absolutely giving you this is a lot of formations within one. And okay. Let me just give you a one degen target, but it's going to validate your higher ones, right? I'm going to give you a smaller time frame target. I'm also going to give you the potentials of validating two different formations here, and your macro formation would be just about here, and down to this level here. Okay, so let me go ahead and start this for you here via psychology. Dude, that's crazy, bro. Like, I didn't believe that. I can't believe that that's happening, man. That's really messed up. Wow. Okay, so this would be, let's just, you know what, I'm going to just put it right about here. This is giving you a 206. This smaller time frame bull flag is giving you 185.15. The bull flag without the degen targets is giving you 177.23, and this is also a bull flag here. Let me show you. We just have to go up to like a daily or a 12-hour or something, maybe a 2-day or 3-day. There we go. So this right here, this is a bull flag as well. Now I'm wondering if that target has already been met. Let me see. I'm just gonna go ahead and put it. Hold on. Right about here. Okay, yeah, that target almost was met, right? So that, yeah, that leads you around to 166.61. Does OKLO have, okay, this is in blue sky territory, guys. So this is, wow. Expectations here are really that high, huh? Psychologically speaking, of course, I'm not trying to, you know, gaslight anything or whatever. I'm just, yeah, you know what I'm trying to say here. So let's see this, starting from your larger bull flag here, that was already giving you the target of 166. So let's mark off these targets one by one. Let's see what's up. You saw that bull flag too, but you weren't sure? That's awesome. Remember that your bull flags or your formations, they can always be switched between their time frames, kind of sitting in, right? Just make sure to choose the time frame that looks most obvious, and that would probably be the time frame that you're trading it in, or that it's being traded on. So let's go ahead and get this target out of the way as well. This is your smaller time frame bull flag here, but it's giving you two different targets to reach. So if that's the case, then yeah, you would be observing something like this here from those 185.73 and also 206.72 as a major top in this area. This is actually really crazy. This is your cup and handle formation right in here, which I hate. And moving on to your weekly time frame, or maybe a 5-day time frame. Let's see it. I think this might actually have to be it right here, right? Did I already get that target? I guess it could be similar. This would be your macro formation, and we still have a couple others. So this thing is just on reaccumulation phases as it goes up. It's ridiculous. I'm going to look at this in a larger time frame, but I still want to I want to knock out the psychology first before I can say anything about the continuation. I want to see volatility too real quick, and then we'll finish it up. So this is leading to, okay, great. Yeah, this would give you another potential here too. So that's good to know. As long as we do have some upside targets that can be rhymed and that can, kind of work with each other here, the better, right? This is great. Okay, so these are your targets here for psychology, but now let me run on the monthly time frame and see what's going on here. Okay. Wow. Man. Okay. Oh, I'm so happy you did get that back test. Okay, so this is, I'm not gonna lie to you, this does have danger written all over it, but it also does not speak of pullback just yet. Number one, your inflection point for this would really have to be, not actually, you know what? This would be a secondary inflection here. I'm going to draw them in for you because this is primary liquidity here, right? This is your major demand down here. And that would be just about this size right in, you know what, I might actually just have to rhyme all of these down here. Yeah. Okay. This is your major breakout zone, right? This was that critical time that this asset faced in order for it to really make its move to the upside. You're talking about consolidation here between 2, 4, 6, 8 weeks before finally trying to break out after maybe 2.5 months of attempts here. So that's it's a critical zone. Now, there is this consolidation phase as it validated this area too. So that also kind of puts you at a kind of like at a vulnerable state here. And that technically means that this at some point may get tested, but I'm not certain of that whatsoever. I got to still validate it. And this would mean a greater area, except it would be 2 areas. This zone and the gap between this area here is critical. And that gap doesn't start where the gap is. It starts where this wick is, right? So that would start right at that top side, just like this here. and it would stop at the confluence of these two bars right over here, thus creating 50% of the bottom of this gap right there. So these are your major liquid bottoms here. This is something that we have to face because this is creating a macro breakout. Now, since it is making a breakout, then we have maybe a point of reference that we can use to see what it kind of does, right? So if it used a similar type of strategy here to break out from, well, let's go ahead and find out what this actually did between this area here, right? As soon as it broke out of it, as soon as it broke out of this zone here, right, it started to consolidate just about as long as you consolidated here before that continuation to the upside. So what did this entail, right? In order for us to just get to the upside, that had to be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and yeah, so just about 10 weeks here. This would be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 16, around 2, 4, 6, 8, and then 10 to bounce into the next leg, 10 to the next leg. Okay, so on average, it would be around 10. Okay, so the percentage that you jumped from this area here, guys, this is a pretty good play. This is looking okay. So from here to this top side here, what was that gain? So you're looking at around a 221% gain. Now, from here to where we are now, what's that? That's the ultimate question here, right? So we're going to try to see where this is at roughly 162.70. Let's go ahead and measure that up now. 162.70 from this point here is let me see. 162.70 is marking off just about 178.90%. Now, if we extend this though, if we extend it to the targets that we're expecting as high as 194.11, let's go ahead and see what that 194.11 does for us. So that would put us roughly at around 235% to the upside, thus making your 220 completely viable. So could you have still another 50 points to the upside on this play? Sure. Yeah, that is a probability. Now, the 195.07, why don't we just go ahead and see what's up with that? Sorry, not the 195, we have a 206. Was that the 206 that we just measured? Sorry, hold on. No, that was 195.05 at 2. Oh, there we go. Look at that, guys. Measuring this to the one, I'm trying to get it as tight as I can, right? 195. It's 97 there, but I want to see if I can get it to 195.07 or something like that, just closer. 195.04 is fine, right? That's already 200 and just about 10% out of the 220% that we faced here, guys. Anywhere between 195 and just around your 206 could be a massive area of resistance for this ticker. Man, that is absolutely amazing. So statistics are proving, or geometrics are proving fractal here. So I do believe that if we have a repeating signal here, right, you're going to create an equal reaction to that top side. Now, the final thing would be just to validate that we could get to that 195.07, which I don't think it's impossible whatsoever. I feel like it could be more possible than anything ever. Can somebody tell me about this ticker though? What is this ticker? OKLO? Like, what do they do? Is this like a holder of crypto of any sort, or what's that? What's that? Let me go ahead and color these differently here. It's uranium. Oh, where are we using really? Uranium. Let me go ahead and make this a little more of a blue color for liquidity, correct? And remember that I'm not saying that we're going down there. It's just those are the areas that you would need to study in order for us to know where we're going, right? Because if anything, from the targets of where it is right now, roughly your 152, 153. You have a gigantic amount of support right at the closure of your biweekly prior bar, and also your 4-week prior bar. That would be 144.40. 144.40 to 147 is pretty good. Now, the top side on this is what I'm worried about. So this target of 161.05 may be the resistance for the next day if we don't open there. This has $11.71 on a daily ATR. If I'm thinking that this, I mean, does it have the shot to open up in those targets? 160. What was the biweekly? 161.35, and the weekly would be the same thing. 161.35. Let's see. $161. Okay, so that means that your shorter time, that your bull flag from the this bull flag here, this one, that target, yeah, that target would be the actual target for that flag. So we'll use the top of the range here to give you what could be a psychological top versus discretionary top, 50% difference, right? You'll be able to use that for whatever you need. What the heck is going on? Hold on. Let's put the 50% on there. And let's put what I think could be the targeting on this. Right up to that wick up there. Okay, so this would be, technically this would be red, right? And these would be further take profit targets, guys. Oh man. You know what? I'm going to do this because it is you and I want to make sure that you're okay. So let me go ahead and take the bull flag retracements. Okay. But yeah, we would adjust this psychological target. I know how to treat this. I know how to treat that. Hold on. I'm going to use the 2.618. It's geometrically confluent. It's good. I'm going to use it in this fashion here. Okay. Now we can use the psychology as a zone. So if I think that this is doing, if it's going to do what I think it's going to do, I think that this is your focus right in there. This is going to be a bit, of a mover, and it feels like something's coming for it, like something is going to be announced here soon for it, which is a good thing. And we'll use this center to $177.45. Okay, cool. Wow, that really is not bad. This is so much not bad that 195.57 is really what I would just rather make this to, at the 1.272. So I mean, if you want me to, since this does have about an $11, a $12 range, then I would just say that let me do it from psychology to the 1.618, 204.14 with a psychological 206.72. Make sure to kind of respect these targets, observe them. Never feel like you are overpowering or overperforming the market. The market will bend you over and spank you silly, and you don't want that to happen. Let's see. We're going to go ahead and color this area yellow to focus your targets. That's going to be 195, just like that. Yeah. I think I think so. That's not bad. Reason why GME is my long term. Dude, so you're yeah. Yeah, I keep on hearing that, dude. I keep on hearing the potentials of this thing. Hold on. Okay, so if we open up at 162, that would naturally be an area of resistance already, right? People would naturally take their profits and wait for this thing to retrace the daily time frame, which is a gigantic gap. So your daily time frame really comes down to around 147.28. So heads up on that fall there. Okay, so 147.16. 147.16 would, hold on. There is a pretty confluent target in there. I don't think it's going to go down that low. I really don't think it's going to go down that low, bro. I have to kind of oppose that. And I really believe that it may be around here. It would be around the 0.786 fib. As there's an area there that has heavy confluence between all these bars. If it penetrates, that's the thing, is that it may not even do it. Linus, I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't think it's going to do it here. Really don't think so. But yeah, whatever resistance we have in here is going to have to be what during the pre-market, the actual pre-market, like 9 a.m. Eastern time. So I'm just going to mark this off with a 50% zone as an area of potential entry on this with your liquidity top. So heads up at these entry areas right about here. Know what I'm saying? Now I put this at the ranges and then we'll be squared away. And then this here. Okay. And that's it. Let me just put your I'm just going to put your trajectory on this. This is really a nice setup. I just don't know how it reacts after it closes. You know what I mean? That's the only thing I don't know. So I expect this thing to run up 152, 153's potentials of maybe even 154, 52. If we break, which I don't think this is going to do it, right? If we break this 154, 52, this can run to this area here. So this is how I'm going to do it. I'm just going to go ahead and resist at this point, come back down to this area here, right? Where you would find potential entries, like from the zones that we're talking about. Entry long would be in here, but I'm just saying for the people who want to maybe play it, right? So the likelihood of the centered 145 feels like the one that's going to kind of do it here. So this would then start that thing. It's just going to be a slightly higher high, potential false breakout in the AM, where I think it's going to be NVIDIA bringing down the market alongside of I think it would be NVIDIA alone at the first hour of the day. 5-day closure is coming in on this. So that's why. But this one feels like it's running against the market. So this would continue towards the upside. And from your opening, but this is saying that we're opening your daily time frame at roughly, I don't know, 154 or 152, which gives you a 164 or 162 to 166 targets, which we already have listed here. So this would be the trajectory, or this would have the other signal, right? Like this. So when we come back down to this zone here, this would take the downside, right? Potential liquidity bottom located at 140.65. This 140.65 would reject. I got to do that over again. It shocks whenever I do that. Right, and then it'll start doing that little magical thing that it had, right? Like this, and then like this. So this one, I'm gonna just make a slight. I'm gonna make it slight bit thicker, and I'm gonna put it as a dotted line, and just so that you kind of know that it would be a secondary probability for this thing. Daniel, I love you, buddy. You be safe out there, all right? Okay. So this is guys, remember that your play coming back down to this area is cool. I don't think that we're going to run further than 154. Right? But and in fact I kind of drew it a little bit incorrectly. This would be more along the lines of something like this here. Right? So this would be dropping into this zone here. So first, right, gap up, come back down, find your area of entrance, and run your zigzags, right? So this is it right about here, team. Let me go ahead and just make this drawing and see what is up. Okay. Let's go ahead and leave this right down here. Okay. This is OKLO. Let me go ahead and start the everyone mention on the lounge. All right, let's see. Okay. Yeah, it looks like a pretty good play. I'm not even going to lie. This. Yeah. 4 hours Stokes, 6 hours, 8 hours, 12 hours. Oh, man. Yeah. This is okay. This is okay. You still have upside continuation on this, man. Even your bi-weekly time frame closing green like this, that's crazy. That would give you a what? My goodness. That would give you $19? Oh, yeah. This is going towards your 180s on a bi-weekly. Nice. Very good stuff. Okay, hello. Looks like a solid play, guys. Heads up on this one. Please be very safe when playing the markets. Do not over-lever. Please watch out. Tomorrow is not like any other Monday ever. After that kind of event, I don't even know what to expect, guys. But also, if there is a chance to bounce from this zone here, this would be the best zone to bounce from, since you're not 618, 140.74 confluence, 140.65 discretion. So that's your golden pocket right in there. And that's usually a spring. So like I saying, thank you so much, Arca. I was worried about losing the profits. No, I think you're still okay. Just I suspect that there is going to be this short-term upside, a pretty nice sharp upside actually, and then this is going to give you a scary retrace, right? Because it is breaking out from a very critical zone here. So breaking out from this gigantic zone, that's going to require some test, some test of your courage here, So I hope that it can be very beneficial to you. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? So let's go ahead and take a look at the QQ. And guys, please remember what we talked about. Smokey, bro, I really, I know that your weekends might be busy, dude, but I think I might just schedule a call between you and options to show you guys the benchmarks, and I need to catch you up. I'm using. All right. I've developed a further. I mean, I've been working on it. It's just hard to do, but I'm getting closer and closer at it, dude. Using phantom time and phantom resistance and support. So.
Okay.
But I'm using the benchmarks for that though. So, like, have you ever like noticed? I know I spoke this to Kareem and she noticed. You ever felt like sometimes you're trading the Q and the Q just resists, like very short from its target, or like it overshoots it a little bit or something, and you're like, damn, like I didn't get out. There's a reason for that, and we're playing the the QQQ, NDX and Q. Those resistances if they are, for example, Q's going to all-time highs, but there's still resistance on the NQ, you're not going anywhere. The NQ would reach its resistance, respect that, pull back the market on the QQQ, and that's your phantom resistance. But I have so much more to talk to you guys about. Right? So,
all right,
dude, bring the the team to make the team solid. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
That's it, buddy. So let me go ahead and take a look at the QQQ. I'm a little parched. Let me just grab a little bit of water here, and we'll see what's up. I froze as hell up there. Let me restart that thing. Did I take a picture of the chart? Yeah, Ninja, it is right here, buddy. See my chart? Oh yeah, there you go, brother. I know sometimes it's like phones and stuff like that. You'll probably never see that. It's it's just 2 comments and then it's gone out of the screen. So I understand. All right, guys, hold on just a second. Let me just take a quick little drink of water here. I'm noticing that I'm getting blown the hell up in Twitter X again with respects to FNGR, man. Everybody's. I started getting comments like, "We're back." I'm like, "We're back." Is exactly what happened, Ninja. Cool deal, buddy. I love it, man. All right, so yeah, hold on just a sec, guys. Let's get this. Let's continue here. QQQ. All right, guys. So I've when it comes to the SPY and QQQ, I've usually resorted to the NQ. I'm sorry, yeah, to the NQ, but I'm not gonna do that because I know you're particular to the QQQ play. So I just want to know where it's at and see how it's doing on its day, right? We're already, oh my goodness, dude. Look at that freaking Marabazoo going on a day, bro. Goodness gracious, man. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. It's going to have a hard snapback. That's what I thought.
Oh my goodness, thank goodness. Yeah, and dude, the ES too, brother. The ES is absolutely running.
And look at gold too. Look at gold.
What? Is that hold on, SPDR, right? Or which one?
No, use the GOLD.
The 4069, the GOLD, the US dollars.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, look at this thing, man. Huge bull flag. Wow. Let's go, dude. This thing is,
Southside green, see it?
yeah, man. Let's go, dude. So your ATR
Yeah.
on this is what, dude? Because I think it might actually reach it by tomorrow, dude. Where's my dude? Okay, there it is. The ATR on this is 63.45, bro. Wow. And you are probably gonna reach it. Let me see. That's your daily ATR top at 4. It's already over it, dude. It's outperforming your. It's already way over your daily ATR, man. Nice. Is this all a bull trap? No, but I do think that we're going to face a pullback of a bi-weekly and 2-week two-week retrace. So, for example, if you're looking at, GLD, this feels like it's testing the gaps here of 371. Is that the one you're in, or was it the one before this, Quinn? Because if you're in the gold, right, the ounce one. Oh, you're in the. Oh, I see. You're actually in the one that's worth like $3, right? So yeah, you need to watch both of these. You need to watch both of them. You're in. Sorry. You're in this one. The 369 one, right? Okay, so yeah,
That's the one we've been trading.
You gotta watch both of them. Yeah. Okay, good. So watching both of these would give you a great deal of answers. Presently, let me take a look at your 24-hour book. See if we got some pricing. We should 374.43. So what I was just telling you is that I felt like you were testing this gap, but no, 374.43. You're already breaking out. So this is where things get a little critical, right? So if you're at 374.43, roughly around this area here, I suspect that you could still experience a little more upside on this. I don't know what your daily ATR would be in this thing, though. Let me see what it is. Why don't I have that, like, for real? This would give you about 480. Yeah, nice. Okay, so if you open the market at around 375, 373, 372, which I think it's going to do, you may actually see, you may actually see your 377s to 379s right around in there. And that would also make some sense, seeing that you do have, I thought I saw it. Okay, good. You are above VWAP now. That's good. That would be interesting. 380s. High 370s. I don't even see it here yet. Yeah, it's not. Oh, you know what? I could see it probably in the 24-hour. You have a 390 VWAP upper deviation too. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna read this. I'm gonna read this. Are you still risk on this, Smokey?
No, I'm not.
You're not?
Took my profits Friday.
On this?
Or no, actually Thursday.
Oh, what?
Yeah, I bought some 400s, but I closed them while they were still green.
Really?
Yeah, gold had a little bounce after the market tanked, and I actually got out green.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay, yeah, this is looking, specifically juicy. But like I'm already seeing you probabilities of like shallow 380s maybe. Maybe Wednesday if everything goes good, right? Wednesdays, like you're looking at 390, 395. Like this wants to break 400, dude, in like this week. If right, everything goes smoothly here and all that bullshit, right? So can't really go off of just only the probability here, but this is, in all reality, right, this is your inverse head and shoulders bull flag combination from the immediate short term. So this was already kind of set in the stars to create this a nice little run here. So psychological targets, bro, if you're going to play this, you might actually be able to hold. You're not doing SSRM on this play either? Let's see.
I'm not right now.
Okay, gotcha. So you're looking at, look at that, right? 378. We're looking at shallow 380s just based on the stats, and your bull flag breakout on this would give you a target of maybe where we are now. So yeah, look at that, 374.27 is your bull flag. That is taking profit right now, 374.80. So it is working with market dynamics here. It's pretty nice, and also I think I can make this work. There is a reversal signal, and that could be through the eyes of a right angled triangle after a downtrend. So that would actually give you this kind of formation here, like this, right? So this is already 65% to the apex of the triangle and ready for breakout on a tri formation. So this could also extend your upside probabilities. That could give you, let's see, right about there, target to the upside from that horizontal line, 379.47, dude, getting us closer to the 380s. Yeah, I think we're hitting 380 tomorrow, or well, this next traded session. Heads up on this, Quinny. I mean, I think that, it's going to scare you a little bit, right? So you might actually make some of these targets to the upside quickly, like before the market opens. But
she should be up pretty good when the market opens.
Yeah, so I would close them out when the market opens, because there's a high likelihood of this retracing back to close the day. So that would be back down to 369. You don't want that. 369 to around 370, drop from around 374, 375, you'll get shocked, and if you want to hold them longer, then whatever, right? But I really think that you should take your gains. If you need to let it clear, right? And then re-enter the market again, validating that upside, and then, but that's just the way that I play. So don't let me influence you, however, right? It's just that volatility type of run. You want to take advantage of that and quickly bring it out. But yeah, this is great. Man. Okay, so yeah, good stuff on this. I think the trajectory on this would really be, what was your day close again? It was at, I gotta mark it off here. Day close 369.12, and your daily wick top would be actually through the fair value. It would probably reach that instead of 370.51. So 370.51. Okay. Yeah. And let me make the trajectory on this real quick. So some of the upsides on this, I could. Your upper deviation, one standard deviation up would be 374.52. Look at that upper standard deviation. This is your two standard deviation up, 380.11. So there might be some resistance up here in the 375s to 380s, right? Somewhere around there. I really do think that it would be closer to your 375 target. So you get that 375 resistance. That probably would be around where you're opening, 374 to 375. Right around here. So this at the open of the market would immediately try to give you a little bit of I don't know why it would do this, right? But it would probably try to extend just a little bit and then completely fake out. And then this will, do something along the lines of this here. Let me show you. Something like this here, fake out. This would be your all-time high test, validation at your open of something, right, for a downside, and this would literally capitulate and try to close this daily gap. Your daily gap would, anywhere in here between the targets of 370.52 to about 369.14 would be an area to maybe risk on, right? Just you gotta feel the strength out, right? And then from here, this would bounce pretty aggressively, right? And this would literally take you right back up to these targets of around 373.22, right? Bounce and validate your supports that you just came out of, which is the wick top and fair value gap of your daily. This would create that inverse head and shoulders and then launch you straight to the freaking top, to where I think you could reach anywhere between 378s, maybe to the shallow 380s, right around there. I think that this is a pretty nice looking play. You just have to be very careful with it. You know what I mean? Jelly bean. Okay, so I'm gonna draw it in. I'm gonna draw it in for you so that you have guidance. And then anyone else who wants to play the gold would also have GLD as as kind of a guided play. I realized that I didn't continue your Q play. What the heck? Dude, bro, I'm so sorry. I don't know why I just did that, man. I'm so sorry,
Yeah,
brother.
you're good. You're good. I pointed something else out.
You did? What was it that?
Gold, yeah, I pointed gold out.
Okay. So yeah, this could be a short-term play. I don't see why not. You wouldn't be able to play some contracts that close. 24s. Just make sure to be out of them by like Tuesday. You don't want to get theta crushed on those whatsoever. But yeah, so targets. Let's go ahead and just put them. Sorry about that. We're gonna put them just like this here. Right about that. Okay, we'll put this in the center there. And we'll extend this to the bottom side. I don't know that we're going to try to test your bottom sides, but I mean anything can happen, but I can't really see it. But if there is some type of liquid bottom, I guess it would be that. Seriously, 3 points down, but the confluence, it can't. But no, your liquidity bottom would actually be here. Yeah. This one has just bull written all over it, though. Like it really is a very bullish play. Yeah, and then let's see, wait, where should I open technically? Well, technically speaking, you wouldn't, I chart these things out the way I trade, so the way I trade would be to, open light risk at the first zone. 370.50 is right where I'm looking for entry long. If I'm looking for entry shorts, then I'm probably entering just the weakness of the open of the market. So I would enter long puts anywhere between 374 to 376 ish, right? I have a 377 up here, but I wouldn't really trust that. It would be, your top side's maybe 375, 376, right? So, but I'm saying that this is going to gap up that far, because I think that everything is going to gap up that big. So give this give this a look. You're such an asshole. He is in the East Coast. Are you kidding me? Oh my goodness. Let me write out. Yeah. You're such an asshole. Oh my goodness, man. Never gets old with you. Here you go. This would be that. Oh God. And yeah, I think that would be okay. So if you want to play puts, be super careful, okay? Because this would be your area to take profit right here. That's why I'm doing this now, because I can see your ass over there, man. Damn. This is the area of take profit. It's going to bounce again to test your highs and then potentially go back down. Okay, so, all right. I'm going to leave this red anyway, as in don't touch, just in case you decide to get a little spicy over there. So there's that. Potential entries are here, and your exit targets. Yeah, I think we do have a good shot to make this based on reversions. You know, mathematical targets are here. So this is pretty good. Pretty good. You know what? I'm not going to confuse anybody. And I'm just going to make sure that's red. There we go. And also let's make sure that arrow shows. This is moving $4.89. Okay. 380 from an open of around 374 is possible in one day. But just remember that it's possible. It's not certain. Okay, so here we go. That's ticker GLD. Bro, are you reading the comments, Smoke?
No.
Then I'm doing QQQ, Quinn. Here is GLD.
You're still on gold.
I know. I just finished it right now. What the hell? He's been waiting for like 8 tickers, dude. Hold on. Let me go to the. Well, no, not like I don't actually mean 8 tickers. He's been waiting. How many tickers have you been waiting, Fufu?
Since the beginning.
See?
You're good. I'm not worried about it.
Yalla, shut up.
I'm just looking at charts while you going over everybody else's.
Dude, give that man his tickers. That's not. I know, dude. I know. Oh my goodness. Here you go, dude. QQQ, like we were saying. Oh God. This is it, man. Sometimes, bro, it takes a while. Okay, so remember, guys, the NQ is really what we're kind of basing this stuff from, right? So let's just go ahead and take a look at that. Yeah. Yes, I've been knowing, fool. Okay, so I'm sorry, the NQ. God, dude, look at this thing, man. Oh my goodness. Ah, bro. You're going to be... When did you pick up the calls, by the way? Was it... Did you pick this up like at the end of the day?
Me?
Yeah, your calls on the...
No, I'm getting them at open.
At the open? Okay.
Yeah.
So let's see how far this thing can reach. Yeah. Let me see maybe this in the 8-hour time frame and pull up the...
Yeah, the bar's nasty. That was a nastier drop than anything we had in April.
Dude, I know. In crypto, that was the biggest single event ever. Bigger than Luna, fucking FTX, and COVID combined. It wasn't shit.
Yeah.
What?
It's sad. A lot of people probably killed themselves over that shit.
Dude, that's what I hear. That's what Daniel said. Some of the crypto bros were straight offing themselves, man. I'm like, what? Nah, dude.
That's what these stupid motherfuckers playing these 50x, 100x leverage, man. It's your fault.
You got to stop doing that, man. You can't do that. You can't do that, guys.
Yeah, you play short and you don't ever stay in them overnight.
And also get out of cross margin, right? You got to make sure that you're unisolated.
Yep.
And I know that the cross margin allows like another 200% X, right? Or 200X, right? So you're now at 500X or whatever that is. which means that the moment, guys, yeah, if you're playing margin, that means that your account has to be gigantic and you have to enter way less, you know? So, or whatever you have, just enter way less. Oh my goodness, man, that is just nasty. So I'm gonna put here the NQ, and I'm gonna put this on a daily. Right, because we're currently retracing that. Let me see the Qs on a daily. Oh, we're linked by ticker. Are we really? Okay. There we go. Let me get the daily on this. Jeez, dude, look at that. Beautiful, beautiful upside. Okay, where are you resist? Oh my goodness, yeah, it's going toward, dude. Your Q play is, yeah, you're resisting right at about 601.57. Dude, maybe 603.32. Where is it right now, by the way? Let me see where the Qs are. It's at 601.99, dude. My goodness.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think this is your resistance right up here. Let me write this. And this 601, what was it again? 601.52 would be the very bottom of that range. Middle of the range would be... Oh, shit. It would actually, yeah, 602.25-ish, yeah. 602.25, that would be your focus of resistance. Okay, so this would maybe stop around there. What time is it? Yeah, you're going to get your Euro open here in about 19 minutes. This could start to pull back. Oh, I'm sorry. It could start to increase the rate, right, to get to these areas of resistance. So the potential top side of this area or liquidity would be 603.26. The focus would be 602.25-ish, right in here. So I'm going to mark this off as your very likely resistance. And the daily close, the daily gap down, bro, that's what I'm a little bit worried about on this. 2.46 billion. Oh, shoot. Oh, my good. Oh, dude, it's jumping up to 601.97 now. Man, this thing really is trying to speed up. Okay. All right. So, yeah, these would be, yeah, these would be resistances, right? So once you resist here, this is where I don't know what it's going to do, because you have, dude, you have traffic everywhere on this, and I don't think that you could extend that kind of pressure to the downside, dude. Your closure on the Q daily, dude, that was 589, and we're talking about you're all the way up 13, 12 to 13 points on something that it's literally 2 daily ATRs. I'm sorry, yeah, it's a buy daily ATR up. That's insane. So that makes me feel that you can only extend as far as your daily ATR can allow you to. So if you're up here and you're opening the market somewhere at around 602 and you're allowed roughly around 7 points down, I mean, I see that this would be your probability here, man. Like 597, 596s on these gaps. This is just crazy, dude. 598. Oh, there it is. Okay. 597.37. I don't know how hard. Dude, it may not even retrace, dude. The thing is that when you open, dude, you're going to get so many liquidations of shorts right away. So there's going to be so many people hitting stop losses from their puts and from their shorts, and dude, we may not retrace at all. I think that this is just gonna just push up, dude. I spoke about this on the other, like on Friday. So if you don't get that pullback, bro, and you start noticing volatile, like keeping this thing up, oh, dude, load up LITE, and then let it continue running, dude, because this is, I don't think dude, I'm trying to look for it, bro. I'm looking for the bear play and I cannot find it. You know what I mean? Especially with you moving by daily ATRs. This is stupid, bro. This is crazy. I hate to mislead you, bro, and I wouldn't ever, want to put you in a dangerous position or whatever, dude. But I think that this is entry, but we may not get there, and that actually makes me feel like it could be the case in every ticker that we're observing. Well, of course, with a few that are just wild horses. So you have a weird theory. Exactly. Oh my God, I was about to say this, and the banks won't settle till Tuesday, Taco Tuesday. Oh man. So if that is the case, bro, we're freaking headed to the moon almost right away. How the heck is that even possible, bro? That's crazy. So many shorts are gonna get done here, dude. Oh my goodness. I think we're about to gamma ramp. There's gonna be a lot of gamma happening here, especially because it's gonna open with Delta moving that hard and implied volatility moving that hard. It's gonna be an IV crush plus your Delta momentum, dude, or your Delta volatility. It's gonna be the rate of change of Delta is gonna increase the shit out of gamma, and there it goes. Yeah, brother. I have to finish off like that. I can't say that it's going down here, but I will leave it as a potential entry condition. I can see that your resistances would be very likely up here. Very likely, and in fact, I don't think you're hitting 603 yet. But this dude, we're very likely moving. Dude. Super, super likely moving. So I want to leave both of these green because they both might be conditions for entry. Goodness gracious, dude. Oh. Lioness, I believe in you. All right, dude. And you're upside on this, bro. Could it be that we're just going to move? Could it be that we're going to move, 4 days? I tell you this. This is the hint behind it. Your weekly and bi-weekly closed. So your weekly time frame closed down here at 589.50 on the Q, which means that your 50% retrace is already $600. So the problem is that when you have that kind of upside from this to there, dude, you're influencing all the way to the 2-3 hour time frame. Your 5-day time frame also closed. Oh, blah 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 blah. Man, this is gonna be sick. Your biweekly 50% retrace has a big amount of confluence to where we are. This is around your 601s already. Dude, damn. Here's your condition, brother. You break 602.96 and we stay above that within at least 30 minutes. I'm sorry, at least an hourly. Make sure that we do not drop there before. If it drops and it closes within the first hour of the trade, not the first 30 minutes at the 6 hour close. I mean the true 6 hour close at 10:30 a.m. Eastern. We cannot close a candle below the 602.96. If it closes a candle below that 602, let me give you that exact upside. 602.97. If we close below that, there is a chance of continuation to the downside depending on how the candle looks. But dude, if we're closing above that, my goodness, man, buckle up. There's gonna be massive upside. So if you were looking to just buy spot tomorrow, what's the good entry on what, brother? On XRP? Oh my goodness. XRP would have been like 243, 7. It was around the time where I mentioned in the video, I was like, guys, this is the time to buy. QQQ? Okay. That's what I was just elaborating on forever here. I don't think it's gonna draw down, brother. I think that this is I think that these are your entries, right? These are your entries here: 598.39, 597.43, 596.17. Those are, but this may not, and this is your resistance. I think you're gonna top out here in the pre-markets. I don't think you're gonna go beyond your 603.26. But at open, this might just continue upward because there's a lot of shorts exposed and there's a lot of puts exposed. Literally $8 down. So that's gonna create a gamma ramp. So I think there's gonna be a lot of upside and it may not retrace whatsoever. So which is making me feel like this could be the entry. 601.52, 602.25, and on that 603.26. Oh, I got you, brother. This one's critical, dude. This one's really something else. This play is crazy. So, and also, if we're opening at 602, then there is a probability of getting close, or 603 there is a probability of getting close to the Q's all-time high. It would be roughly 610, 611s, and then the why not here would just be 613. So that is just, I don't know what's going to happen, brother, but I do think that it's got a critical upside. I'm loving giving my money to Wall Street. Favorite hobby. Oh my goodness. I'm just going to say that I'm just going to say here, guys, that it would be around 608. I don't know. Here. This is an area for take profit, right? Just above your 610s. Sometimes, we can get liquidity grabbed. And of course, the 613 would be a great target because that's the target to reach 615. So these would be areas that you can maybe see some type of take profit or partial out, For me, though, if I break 607.85, I'm buying harder and harder. Oh, my goodness. But this is, guys, this is what I'm expecting for the Qs. I'm sorry that I can't be more... I'm sorry that I can't be more whatever. Oh, dude, look at that 12-hour freaking hammer candle here that printed. Of course it's doing that. Of course we have the upside on this. So, guys, just expect potential resistances here on the Qs, and I just can't tell if we're going to... I can't tell if we're going in here for risk on and then to our top sides. And I can't tell if we're going to go down to this area here and then, continue and zigzag for the upsides. This is what I do. That's what I don't know. But I'd rather just be clean with you and transparent and tell you that I'm not going to play no fucking know-it-all here and just, I can't do that. That would be really unsafe. Tomorrow is really a unique day, guys. It's unlike anything we've ever had. Definitely didn't open VIX calls. Oh my goodness. All right, guys. Why don't we get some rest for tonight and reconvene in the AM and see about putting some of these plays to play and doing our thing, right? Just let's see. Here you go, guys. This is the ticker for the Qs there. We'll see what's up. Let's join up in the morning and we'll see. We'll continue with other TKers. I just put it on the Arca Lounge as well.
Yeah, it'll be easy.
Love you, buddy. You be safe, okay? Call me if anything, dude. I'll call you guys too.
Yeah, man, I will. All right.
Later, brother. See you,
Peace.
Smoke. Bye, Lioness. Sebastian, I love you, buddy. Financial. Quinny Mama, I'm going to catch you soon, okay? reach out to me if anything. Speedy, I love you, buddy. Good to see you there. All right. Night, mama. You be safe, okay? Reach out to me if anything. Night, everybody. Take care, team. Will do. No problem. You don't have to. Never. Thought Zeus, I love you, buddy. Later, guys.